It's cool. I feel like running out things to say other than that. I don't know, I feel like once you see someone do a flip or a triple back handspring every other 2 minutes for 2 hours straight, you kinda get desensitized to it. Hey guys, you already read the title. We're back to recaps. Today the first episode of Kingdom Season 2, or Ace of Ace, came out. Right off the bat, I had zero idea it started already. I feel like iland too also started with no hype, so like what's happening? Second, this is not available on the usual streaming service I used. I had to do some super secret coding to watch it. Anyways, remember I write these videos as I watch the episodes, so this follows a linear story of the entire episode. As well, these videos are as a discussion starter for everyone watching. I know it was really hard to even get a hold of this episode, but if you did watch, feel free to share your own opinion in the comments. Let's start. The episode starts with each group reminiscing about their career as idols, as well as some teasers for the upcoming show. The winning prize of 100 million won, as well as a special 2025 KCON stage, will be given to the winner of this season. We cut to the intro room where Gravity is the first group to walk in. The center of the room had seats for the one member per group participating. A postcard with their name and a number inside is in front of each seat. Each number is supposed to represent a pre-vote rank determined by each group before the show started. Gravity was placed second. Unite is second to come in, their ranking being 7th, the lowest possible. Side tangent. I remember being so obsessed with Unite's debut and I stand them for a bit, so I am cheering for them a little right now. Third to come in is the new 6. Their ranking is not revealed at the moment. Currently the show is portraying the leader of Unite, Yoon, as angry with their rank, which I think is fair. However, a lot of the stuff he said, like saying he's upset with the other teams, seems to be something that can obviously be edited or more specifically included in the episode. Unite was already guaranteed some screen time since they ranked last, but by being visibly and outwardly upset, it guarantees them even longer screen time. I think it's a smart move, whether intentional or not, as of right now. However, it can so easily go south and they could become the villains of this season if mnet so wants. Tempest is fourth to come in. Unite's gets even more screen with Day being gay for Yoon, like they're playing all their cards at once. Liu of Tempest opens their note, and their predicted rank is 6th. 5th is 8-turn. Taeyang sits at the table and opens their note. They rank 5th coincidentally. I want to say, as of now 8-turn has really caught my eye. Their energy is so bright and I might check them out if their intro performance is really good as well. After a while, the leaders start shaking hands for some reason, in which Yoon refuses to. While I understand this is potentially a strategy for more airtime, I really don't think it'll end well at all. I understand the feeling and the potential benefit, but once you're branded as the villain of the season, it's almost impossible to shake that off, not only here but out of the show. The next group is the crew one, a combination of just B and ATBO. Their rank is not revealed right now. The last group is Onius, who have already participated in the first season. Their rank is not revealed right now. It must genuinely hurt your entire souls having to be on Kingdom or Queendom twice. Like God, I think I'd never recover. Anyways, the lights dim, and Taeyeon walks out to explain the rules. The intro stages will have to rankings, ace and team. The groups will compete for times, each with an ace representative. Ace and team ranks are announced each round. Only 5 teams will make it to the final. After round 3, the top-ranking team and top-ranking ace will automatically go to the final. So even if the aces team does poorly, if they are first, they can invite their entire team over. Taeyeon then asks the teams to reveal their ranks. The crew won. First, Gravity. Second, Onius. Third, TNX. Fourth, 8-turn. Fifth, Tempest. Sixth, Unite. Seventh. There's also a ranking based on fan votes. Gravity. First, Onius. Second, Tempest. Third, the crew one. Fourth, 8-turn. Fifth, Unite. Sixth, TNX. Seventh. The intro stages will have the ace battles first, and then the team battles second. Since Gravity won the public vote, they chose the ace performance order. I was originally going to make separate sections for each ace, but the performances are just too short that I'll just continue talking here. First to go up is Hwang Woong from Onius. I liked it. I thought the intro was cool. The tricks were impressive, however I felt like something was missing. It might be because it was short, or because it's late as I'm watching Screw You Mnet, but it definitely was good. I just didn't get the okay. Myung Ho is second. It was a very sensual performance at the beginning but it got harsher as it went on. He did great, but I wish it had kept the more fluid movements and tone through the entire performance rather than a harsher tone shift. Limit him and ignore pronunciation from the crew. One is third. Personally, I feel like I'd really like his dancing style if the music was changed. I wish it was more elegant. In my opinion, it'd really complement his body, his outfit, and I think he'd have the skills to pull it off. Another one that it's good about. Next is Tempest's Hanbin. I was praying there wasn't going to be a beat change like the last two, and for the most part I thought I finally had it. The beginning was pretty, it still got intense but wasn't with the need of a shift to hard steps. Then towards the end it happened. I just want one full performance that's just pretty, or sensual, or elegant all throughout. I think it'd stand out and be more impactful. Representing TNX's Junhook. Yes, this what I was missing and this was I wanted. I do feel like some of the dancing wasn't needed because the performance with the mic and his voice checked all the boxes already. I loved it. It had me hooked the entire time. Day of Unite is sixth, like the last one. I think this stood out to me more because it wasn't dance. It was refreshing and his charisma is great. I think the tiniest but more movements and energy would have made this performance from great to amazing, but that's really my only complaint. Hangjun is the final ace to compete, representing Gravity. I liked the performance. It was more consistent and I thought it was an interesting concept. The other groups think otherwise. They believe the performance was flat and didn't have a climax. This makes me believe they'll give Gravity as a whole a fell from the top, hit rock bottom but become underdogs. The idols will now vote for their three favorite aces all on their own. Hwangwon and Hymin both tied for first, therefore they get to choose the order of the team battle. Hangjun receives last place. As consequence, Gravity won't get to perform in the team round at all this mission. The team mission results will be determined partly by idol votes and streaming votes. There is a revote to determine the final winner of the ace battle, ending in Hwangwon's first win. He then chooses the new six as the first team to perform. The intro was so good, so good, like wow. I liked it a little less as it went on, but the vibes in the first 30 seconds was just pure perfection. We then move on to the crew one. This was so mesmerizing to watch, it was so cool. Now this was solely a dance performance, but I didn't really mind it until the other groups mentioned how it didn't feel like enough because there was no singing. I partially agree, but I think since they didn't sing and the dance portion was incredible, I'm even more hyped for their full performances, you know. Next is 8 Turn, which by the way I really like how straight to the point this show has been so far. Okay, I did really like this, but I just wish the members had more individual spotlights. Myungho is an incredible performer, no doubt, but I wanted to see more of the entire team. It was cool concept, but like I'm tired of each performance this episode practically being the same, if that makes sense. I know they said they wanted to steer away their typical cute image, but I think that would have left a bigger impact for me because it'd be so much more different than what literally anyone else is doing. It's cool. I feel like running out things to say other than that. I don't know, I feel like once you see someone do a flip or a triple back handspring every other 2 minutes for 2 hours straight, you kinda get desensitized to it. I definitely will change my perspective on big group performances for this show, since I have a feeling most if not all of the performances will be like these. They're still all super cool, really impressive and hard performances, but I feel like every other boy group has done these exact performances. Let's elevate it, let's be vulnerable, elegant, whatever. I want to see more, if that makes sense. On another note, Hyuk suddenly dislocated, or hurt, his shoulder during the performance. I definitely liked this a little more than the others, and I think that's because they sung and had a spotlight for each member. I think if the members didn't get so much individual screen time and parts, it'd feel the exact same way as I do with the other performances. Something I didn't notice, but apparently was such a big mistake everyone else did, was that Leto didn't draw the Joker grin at the end. Besides that, there were a couple of other mistakes throughout the performance that I genuinely did not notice, and I think that's because they allowed so many more individual spotlights. The final rankings of the team battle are as follows. First, 8 Turn. Second, Tempest. Third, Onius. Fourth, The New Six. Fifth, Unite. Sixth, The Crew One. 7th, Gravity. While not in the episode, Gravity did have their performance posted, and I'll say I really liked it, especially the song. After a quick preview of next week, the episode finished. Overall, I'd say this episode was great. It wasn't boring, and I think it's because it was so straight to the point. I just really hope we get so-see performances that aren't the same variation of backflip plus humping something and stomping. I already know these boys can do that, but can I hear their voice in Heartbreak? If I were to give them a TWS or an early Shiny song, would they pull it off? That's what I want to know. Anyways, leave your favorite performance and any other opinions in the comment. I'll see you next week if I don't get a virus from watching this. Bye.